Hey, what's going on, guys? Jkun Prime here with another Power Rangers Battle for the Grid video. So, I didn't think we were going to get any new information this soon, but here we are. There was a recent interview with Steve Kuroki, the Vice President of Creative at Inway Studios, the people that made Power Rangers Legacy Wars for the mobile game, and the people who are spearheading Battle for the Grid on consoles and PC. So they were able to sit down with him and get a little more extra information on the game. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of this, so I'm just going to have the teaser trailer playing in the background. That way there's at least something moving on the screen. But before I get into this, if you could, please leave a like rating on the video, as it shows your channel's support. Plus, it helps me let me know what you guys like to watch on this channel. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. That way you always know when I have new content for you to watch. So during this interview with Kuroki, a lot of different things were asked, whether or not this was going to be a port of the mobile game heading over to the consoles, and if we were just going to be experiencing more of the same, and he shut that down pretty much immediately, that this was going to be its own entity. This was going to be more of a traditional style fighting game. He even made comments of hold back to block, directional inputs, and these being things that he wanted to do in the mobile version of the game, but just mobile would not allow it. So, this is something that they have wanted to do for quite some time and just didn't have the resources or the funding to do it. And I guess up until a year ago, because apparently this has been in planning for about a year now, they now have the means to do what they wanted to do in the first place, which is make a more traditional style fighting game. Now, throughout the interview, people were asking him what type of fighting games could this be kind of akin to, and he replied with wanting to make a fighting game that is very easy to pick up but difficult to master, which, let's be fair, we hear that a ton with virtually any fighting game out there. Easy to pick up, hard to master is kind of like the ongoing quote for fighting games in general. But he did bring up a couple specifics where he knew that the majority of the people that watch Power Rangers or are fans of Power Rangers even to this day may not be hardcore fighting game enthusiasts. Honestly, that's where he's probably wrong, just looking at me. But hey, let's go ahead and move on from that. So he wanted to do situations where a casual person could make a very easy combo at the push of a simple button. So he started bringing up games like Marvel vs. Capcom and Dragon Ball FighterZ. So to me, this is kind of confirming that not only is it going to be 3-on-3 combat like we saw in the teaser trailer, but it's going to lay credence to auto combos where you can just mash a single button and you'll be able to do a full-fledged combo. But doing a series of button presses in a traditional style is going to land to a more damaging, a more flashy combo, which I think is very, very good. A lot of people complained about auto combos in Dragon Ball, like right at the beginning, but very quickly did we see that go away. And player skill is going to very quickly separate the wheat from the chaff, for lack of a better term, where the people that are just mindlessly mashing are very quickly going to get separated from the people that know what they're doing. It's going to show in the gameplay, and it's going to show really, really fast. They brought up mentions of crossplay for every platform except PS4, which is unfortunate that PS4 still doesn't want to play ball, but honestly, it is what it is. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. So PC, Switch, and Xbox One, you guys are all going to be able to play together. PS4, unfortunately, you're going to be kind of out on your own on this one. They brought up another thing of three's a crowd. So this is going to be traditional 3-on-3 combat, much like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Marvel vs. Capcom, where you're going to be able to call in an assist or tag in that character altogether to help out in the fight. They did mention, though, that like Marvel vs. Capcom and even Dragon Ball has a tendency in systems like this to bring up touch of death combos where you're able to call out multiple assists, and they said that they were not going to want you to do that this time around, so you're only going to be able to call out one assist at a time. Now, is that going to kind of hurt combos? Are we going to find ways around that? How is this going to affect super moves? Because supers are going to very much be in the game. How is all of that really going to come into play? And the question is, the answer is, honestly, we just don't know yet. Hopefully we'll get more information as we come closer to the release of the game. But overall, this looks like it's really shaping up to be a die-in-the-wool fighting game. Like, this is something that somebody could take competitively if they want. They also talked about characters and skins where I feel like they're going to be taking the Injustice approach for this, where you're going to have, like, say you have a Green Ranger skin, and then if you pre-order the game, you get the Green Ranger version 2 skin, or Lord Drakken's in the game, and you're going to get the updated Lord Drakken skin. I think they're going to do it very much like Injustice, where it's going to be the same moveset. It's going to technically be the same character frame, but the visuals are going to look different, the visuals on the moves are going to look different, and they're going to sound different, which I'm perfectly fine with doing that. That's also a fantastic way, especially with something that can be very cookie cutter, like Power Rangers, to shove as many characters into the game as humanly possible. Because with this being a full-fledged fighting game, this is not going to have that gigantic roster that the mobile game did. At launch, it's only going to have about 15 characters, with about 3 or 4 characters also coming in a season pass. Now, they have already mentioned that season passes are very much going to be a thing with this game. The game is only going to run you about $20, $40 if you get the game in the season pass. So, if this game is successful, expect several season passes throughout the course of time. I mean, we've already seen that with Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat 11 is very much looking like it's going to follow that trend as well. Dragon Ball FighterZ just announced another season. Tekken just announced another season. This is kind of the trend for fighting games right now. But they did also make mention of the fact that each character is going to have their own arcade story, which is awesome. I absolutely love that they're doing that, that you kind of have an incentive to go through the game with every single character just to see. I mean, it's probably just going to be art panels and still frames with some text below, but I mean, I'm old school. I'm perfectly fine with that. I am a-okay with that. Give me a reason to mess around with every single character. That is something that I've always wanted. They also said that stages are going to look more vibrant and more alive in this version of the game, Battle for the Grid, as opposed to how they looked in Legacy Wars, which is good. If you're going to update the characters, you might as well update the backgrounds as well. And overall, the only people that have been confirmed so far has been Megaforce Yellow, the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin Red, and Lord Drakken, with a 15 bracket roster at the initial launch, with about 4 extra characters coming via the Season Pass, 2 of which we already know. And that is going to be Lord Drakken's Evo skin, and then the Ranger Slayer. Which, Ranger Slayer has not been 100% confirmed yet, but the fact that they're already advertising a pink Ranger skin means that probably the Ranger Slayer is not far behind. But that's pretty much all the information I got, but that definitely makes me feel a shitload better about how this game is going to play out and what it means for this game in the future. I think them taking the route of a more traditional fighting game is definitely going to be the route that they need to take in order for this game to have some longevity. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I appreciate the support. Be sure to share the videos around and leave a comment down in the comment section below. What do you think about Battle for the Grid? Are you excited about it as I am? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.